No, 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 no. I'm stuck up in a tree. Can you reach it? There we go. Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. Well, in this episode, we are going to take a look at the iFlight Bumblebee. I have it right here on my little Betaflight bag that I showed in my previous video. So this here Bumblebee is a FPV drone. I've got a little GoPro Hero 7 attached to the front. I've never flown it. It's not really designed to fly in the winter or with snow or with wind, because it's a cinema drone. But here, let me just show you a bit more details about it. Check this out. Here's a close-up of the Bumblebee. As you can see on the front, this is optional. This is for a GoPro Hero 6, 5, or 7. Fits in there nice. It's just 3D printed. I've strapped mine down because it just comes with small screws. So I put a zip tie here around the frame to hold it in place. My version also comes with a DJI FPV air unit right here. So that's a DJI camera, and it runs all the way back to the air unit right in here, and it's all connected nicely. Now, if you're familiar with the DJI FPV system, they're air units. So let me just pull this strap back. On one side of the air unit, you have to put a USB-C into it, and that's so you can activate the air unit as well as do firmware updates. And DJI puts out a lot of firmware updates because this has to match your goggles, which has to match your controller if you have that version. So what iFlight has done is they put a right angle USB-C in there, so you can just plug your USB-C in this way. Now on the other side, on this here FPV unit, normally you would put a micro SD card right in the side and have lots of room to put your micro SD card in there. You can see there's not a lot of room, but you can get a card in there. That's kind of hard. You just slide it down and push it in and push it back out. Now on the bottom of this unit, you have an F4 flight controller that has your ESCs in it, and they are 40 amp ESCs, which is pretty good for these brushless motors, except it's right on the bottom. This is the top. I'm going to show you that in a second. And it's exposed to the ground, and it's winter here where I live, and I do not want to get snow on that. So what I've done is I just put a piece of double-sided tape and cut out a piece of foam, and I put a piece of foam on the bottom, so when it lands, it should land on the foam right here and everything should be good. Now, when you configure your unit for Betaflight, you have to put a USB cable into this, and it's a USB-C for Betaflight as well. And for Betaflight, you have to go into the F4 flight controller, which is on the bottom. My piece of foam is covering the bottom portion that I want to show you, but if you look right here, you can kind of see it. It's in there. And iFlight does include a right adapter USB-C to USB-C, so you put in there and then it sticks out the bottom, and then you plug your USB-C into that cable and then into your computer, and you can configure Betaflight. These motors are designed for a 4S battery, so they're 3600 kV. Your battery sits on top under this cable, little XT60 to connect it, and all is well. There's not much else to say because it is a DJI FPV unit, so yeah, all the components normally you would get in the camera and everything else as well, it's all DJI, so that should give you some pretty good stuff. Like most FPV quads, the frame is built out of carbon fiber, and I believe this is all 2mm carbon fiber. It's very strong. I could never see this ever breaking. It's just one solid unit. You can't even bend it. And it does have some weight to it. Surprisingly, it does have some weight to it, and that's without the battery. Let me see if I can just plop it on the scale here. What do we got? Yeah, about 335 grams. And if I stick a typical 4S battery, this is your standard 4S battery right here. Let me see what I get. Let's see, it's moving 493 grams. And if I throw in a GoPro 7, I'll just stick it right here, and we're up to about 611 grams. Now, since I'm using the DJI transmission system and camera, I should get up to about 4 kilometers range, I would assume. Flight time with these motors, they're gonna really suck a lot of power, especially when I put the GoPro 7 on it. So flight time, average flight time is probably about, you know, if you're pushing it, maybe 3 minutes if you're lucky. But if you're taking it easy, you might get up to about 5 minutes flight time. Now, one thing you'll notice is the mount itself. Check out the angle. It's not too massive. If you're into the FPV drone world, you know that if you move forward, the drone must sit like this. So the angle is designed for full speed forward, which means the drone will tilt about this much full forward. That's what you want to keep it at, so you can get a nice angle, which isn't too aggressive. A lot of drones, if you want to go really fast, you're going to be like this almost. And I'll just have to match my camera right here to match this angle. There we go. I believe I have the same angle on both, so we're pretty much all set to go. Now check out my hands. It's pretty cold. I've got gloves on, and I can't use the controller, put FPV goggles on, and stand out here and fly. I'm not that much of a hardy soul, so I'm going to sit in my car in the passenger seat and fly it from in there. All right, I got my little Bumblebee down here. We're all set to go. Just got to strap on a battery and take my controller out of here. For this, I'm going to use the DJI controller because I'm using the DJI FPV system. Let's just open up the bag here. Get my goggles out of here. Got my goggles down here. LiPo batteries are back here. I only brought 3. So I got 1 for the goggles and 2 for the quad. Turn this on. There we go. Attach my battery. Now, I've never flown this before, so I have no idea how it's going to fly. So I'm going to take it pretty easy, even though I'll fly it in acro mode. There we go. These two should be connected, so let's see if she works. If I hit my little arm button, it should arm. Yep, that's good. We're all good. I'll turn on the GoPro front here so I can get some footage. There we go. That's on. So I should have an image in here. Yes, I do. I can see what's going on. Got some kids climbing a snowbank over there, so have to watch out for them. Unlocked, yeah. There we go. Let's bring it around this way, nice and slow. There's my fans over by the snowbank. Right over there. No, I'm stuck up in a tree. Oh, let's go get that. First flight, and I get stuck in a tree. Oh my God, I got a little kid over there trying to get it. What'd you think? That looked pretty cool? Yeah. Except I wasn't supposed to get it stuck in a tree. Can you reach it? No. Oh, here, I better grab it. It's got a camera on it here. Hold this camera and point it at me. There we go. Because you're filming me getting this out of the tree. There we go. There we go. Good. You did a great job. What's your name? Colton. Colton? Thanks. All right. How you doing? It's for a YouTube channel, yeah. What's it called? This YouTube channel? It's called The Most Amazing Videos on the Planet. Oh, okay. Yeah, check it out. All right, see you guys. Kind of liking this thing. It's pretty cool. And you notice with the bumpers on it, it's designed so that it doesn't get damaged. The props don't crash into anything. So that was a good example of crashing with this thing. It's windy. I don't know if you can see what little hair I have moving. So that's why it's a little bit hard to control in the wind. All right, let's bring it on back. It's me, nice and slow. Fighting the wind here, but there we go. There we go, all done. All right, it's all done. Let's go pick up our little quad. It's well, right down here. There we go. Just disconnect the battery here. So I am impressed. It flies quite well. I think in the summertime, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. Right now, the wintertime, with wind in the cold, it's not really designed for that, but it did really well. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Links are below to where I bought this drone. And it's not cheap, but it's well worth it because it's a cinema drone and you're gonna see in the future I can do some pretty cool things with it. All right, take care. Thanks for watching this video.